What up YouTube, Case Most Prime, back at you with another video. This time I'm doing another movie review. And this one I'm pretty excited about, because I've been waiting a while to see this. This is a movie that is something that really... When I heard this was coming out, I really wanted to see it, because something that really kind of speaks to my childhood, something I kind of grew up with as a kid, and I thought it would be something really awesome to see, and honestly, it was worth every second. Just got in the door from seeing it. It was a really good movie, and I just realized I haven't even said the title of the movie. The movie in question, something I think all of you should see if you really grew up in the 90s or the 80s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's right, I saw it, Ninja Turtles. I have not said this on my channel, and I don't know if I ever really will, but I actually grew up with Ninja Turtles as a kid. I grew up with VHSs of the old 90s cartoon. I grew up with those live-action movies from the 90s, as well as the 2003 animated series. So, I've had a lot of influence from the Turtles in my life as a kid. Just got finished seeing the movie with my brother and a few friends of ours, and honestly, it was actually a really good movie. Something about Michael Bay is that he knows how to take cartoons that we grew up with as kids and make them extremely badass. Yeah, he really knows how. So, just getting into the basic plot, it's kind of like what you'd expect. News reporter April O'Neil, just doing her job, and she's hearing about this massive crime wave. Oh, before I go any further, major spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to see spoilers, stop this video. Are they gone? Good. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. April O'Neil, hotshot news reporter, getting reports of a serious crime wave from the Foot Clan all throughout New York City. And I mean a serious one, wherever you go. And she's just trying to figure out, like, if there's someone actually causing this, because one night while she's going home or trying to get a scoop, she finds someone actually stop a heist from the Foot Clan. And, she thinks that, there's someone out there, and apparently it leads her to actually find out about the Ninja Turtles, and how they've actually been with her whole life. Something about Michael Bay is that he knows how to really take, like, the story back to the beginning. Like, kind of take, like, the backstory of how things came to be. They did kind of botch it a little bit. I mean, like, let me really get started. Let me tell us really about the characters. I'll start with April. Megan Fox, who really had to do a lot to get this role. For those of you guys who remember, she didn't return in Transformers 3 because of what she said about Michael Bay when she was doing an interview for Revenge of the Fallen. She compared him to Hitler. I have a kick. I'll get that later. She had to go through a lot to get that role. She had to, for one, she had to call the publisher of that interview that she did, and she had to tell him to not further publish it anymore. And then she had to publicly apologize to Michael Bay for saying that stuff about him. And with that done, she got the role of April. And honestly, I mean, she sold over the role pretty well. April, first of all, why is she younger than why is she like a young college student type person? She's kind of like, if you guys saw that god-awful movie, A Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, she's kind of like the girl in that movie. She's only doing, like, minor reports. We all remember her from the cartoons being, like, this high-profile news reporter for Channel 6, which I'm glad they got right. Apparently, it turns out that her father was doing business with the business person who was pretty much the son of the Shredder, which was pretty interesting. So she's pretty much grown up with the Turtles her whole life. I can understand that they got Megan Fox for the role. I mean, she plays it pretty well, and of course they have to go kind of backtrack a little bit, which I can a bit understand. Only thing missing is where the heck is her little sister from the cartoon? Where was she? She had a roommate, no little sister. Weird. Who's next? Master Splinter. Master Splinter, pretty much like how we remember him from the old cartoon. Elder, wise, knows how to get the turtles to talk, and also respects their young kind of personality, how wanting to explore the outside world. Raises them from the ground up to be ninjas by first teaching himself, appointing each turtle with their weapon and what their position shall be. He is pretty much kind of like how we remember him from the old cartoon, but Of course, he was a lab rat in the beginning, which isn't exactly how it was in the old cartoon. In the old cartoon, he was genetically mutated into a rat, or he was a regular karate master who got in some sort of toxic experiment and was turned into a humanoid rat. But they play him off really good. It's pretty close to how he was back in the old cartoon, and it's pretty much the same Splinter that we all know. Now for the Turtles. Leonardo. Leonardo, I'm not gonna lie, is probably my favorite turtle of all four of them. Leo is probably my favorite. Just like the old cartoon, Leo is the leader of the Turtles. He's the oldest, group-appointed leader. He's also one of the ones with the most powerful weapons of being not one but two katana swords. So he's the one who had to receive like the most kind of training, I guess you could say. I digress. He's really detail-oriented. He's trying to make sure that they follow their orders, keep them a secret, and, you know, defeat their enemy when provoked. He's definitely like the one we all grew up and loved. But honestly, I feel like the only thing they got wrong with Leonardo, the only thing they got wrong was that they got Johnny Knoxville to voice him. I mean, I'm a huge Jackass fan. I like Johnny Knoxville, but just something in me doesn't think that he was fit for the role of Leonardo at first. I didn't think he'd do the role pretty well, but honestly, he played it off pretty well. Better than I anticipated. Donatello. The brains of the operation, known for using a pugil stick, or kind of a long stick as a weapon. The brains of the operation, kind of like how we expected him. The brains of the operation, the smart guy, knows how to calculate, you know, what you would expect. And that's what we like. Raphael, cool but rude, as we all know him. The cool and rude. Pretty much translates pretty well. He's the tough guy, the one who's the whole shoot first, ask questions later. They definitely portrayed that really well for Raphael. That was really something I was really hoping that they would get right with him, was that he was the one who thinks he's all tough, the macho man, and again, the shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy. And that's pretty much how he is. And they did a really good job with translating that. And of course, everybody's favorite knucklehead, Michelangelo, Mikey, whatever you want to call him. He was the main reason that this movie was so funny. A lot of his dialogue was so humorous. He's the one who really incarnates the teenage aspect of the group, like using the word dude in every sentence, having that weird kind of attitude, you know, just the way he is. And when it comes to trying to keep a secret, he's the one to break first because of a slice of pizza from the Splinter. Damn it, Mikey. But really, he is like the Mikey we all know and love, and just really humorous, in a sense. Now, I say this guy for last because he was the guy I was really, really hoping they wouldn't screw up. But Michael Bay, I mean, a lot of people are going to like him, a lot of people are going to hate him for this, but something about Michael Bay, he knows how to take villains that we all loved from the old cartoons and make them into modern-day badasses. Which villain am I talking about? Not Krang, not the person who had the Technodrome, I think that might have been Krang, but not them. I'm talking about the old BA himself. The Shredder. That's right. The Shredder. Anything that Bay knows how to do, he knows how to take badass 80s villains and give them a modern-day twist and make them even more badass. When I first saw the trailer that showed Shredder, and also his appearance of his armor in the movie, it kind of reminded me of the Silver Samurai from the, that Wolverine movie that came out last year. That's the best way I can describe it. Roots in Japan, obviously a very skilled ninjutsu warrior, he relies on that armor pretty much for survival, and he's really just one tough SOB. That's how I remember him from the 80s and the 90s. Just a lethal assassin who runs the Foot Clan with an iron foot, or iron fist, and just plans for domination and just to kill and destroy the Turtles. And he just really looks super badass with all of his weapons. I mean, we see him unmasked, which was not something that we're not used to from a TMNT cartoon. I mean, there were a few episodes of the 90s cartoons, or at least one of them, where we see him with his mouthpiece open. But you never really see Shredder without his helmet on, or his armor at least. This movie, we got that. And, I mean, really we don't get a good view of his face, but we see him without it. And with it or without it, he's still a very lethal villain That is definitely something that they got right, and I really think that he's probably one of the best villains we've gotten. Would I recommend this movie? Hell yeah, I would recommend it. If you get a chance to see it, see it. I mean, yeah, a lot of people were there for Guardians of the Galaxy, but still, there were a lot of people there. It was a really good movie. I thought it was awesome. I will probably go see it again, and they even got a little promo item that I'll show you in my next video. But either way, if you get a chance, see it. But I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.